Oh, you got your Netherlands people supporting. That's
Exactly. Everybody's been supporting. It's been a lot of fun. And I can't believe you're fucking here. What are you doing here at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning?
Hey, man, I'm creeping, man.
You snuck in here, you snuck out the bed and came over here?
I ain't go to bed yet. I remember these days back in the day, these booty call hours.
Right.
Used to sneak through and all of that, call her up when you leave the club, like, what's up, girl?
Right.
You know, you was lucky if she picked up and answered the phone.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure.
What's up, Deon?
Man, I'm
Skateboard
doing good.
D.
Skateboard D. Are you BM in the chat? Who was BM? Somebody was roasting in the chat.
Oh, who was that?
I don't know. Somebody.
We don't have the
BM
comments
was
up. Oh,
roasting.
we don't do it like this, huh?
Nah, not over here.
Oh, not on this one.
I can't do that.
She wouldn't let you in.
That's real technical shit. That I don't know how to do that over here.
She wouldn't let you in the big room, huh?
Keep that shit over there.
Yeah, she like, don't come over here with that bullshit.
Nah, I got the chat here.
What's going on?
Man, it's going really good. I've been having a lot of fun interviewing. I'm surprised you know Mike Sandoval. How you know that dude?
Fellow comedian.
Oh, okay.
He's trying to pump and he's trying to get me over to Thailand.
Yeah, you should go over there, actually.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
But you got any problems with flying or anything like that?
I mean, that's the only issue.
That's the only issue, I figured.
Yeah, my phobia. Because it's like a 22-hour flight. Mm-hmm. So you just gotta, I don't know if you can get a direct flight or you have to, a
layover
connection.
might be better with you.
Yeah.
Or wait, one shot actually might work out better, right?
Yeah.
You only got to deal with it once.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, but a lot of people have been over there and told me like, and I've read different things where it's like, you know, once you over there for like a month or so,
right,
it's like hard to come back and adjust back in the States. Because of the way the cost of living and all of that.
That sounds legit.
Yeah, you know, so.
That sounds legit for real.
But then you got to get on the flip side. You got to watch out for the she-he's. you know, and the STDs. Now they got this new thing out, STIs.
What the fuck is that?
I think it's the sexual transmitted infections now.
What?
Yeah. They got the thing coming back out, trichinosis or trichonomy, something like that. Yeah.
I'm finna go make up with my wife.
Ah, look at you. I can't hear myself, man. You got to cut the headphones back up.
He said turn it down. I'm going to hurt them old ass ears.
No, okay, that's good right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the wife you had now?
She knocked out. She couldn't handle, you know, she can't hang.
Oh, you put her to sleep so she get back up, makes you.
Exactly.
And she bring you breakfast?
She brings me everything.
How long have you been up?
40 hours.
Not 40 hours straight.
40 hours straight.
You been up since you started this?
I've been up since I started this.
Wow, look at you.
Doing interviews nearly every hour.
How many blunts? How many blunts you in now?
Shit, that's a good question. I ain't been counting them. That's a good question, though.
Has Sis been through?
No, she's actually been out of town still.
She's still out of town?
Yeah, she took off. As soon as she finished the show, she took off.
Oh, so she back with moms?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, she holding it down.
All right. Well, I'm Jeff Arnold. I'm the one lone soul representative from In a Man's World.
Yeah.
You know, the rest of them, you know, I know y'all all on Lou nuts and all of that. Y'all think Lou is like the logical leader and all that, but he can't get out this time of night.
No.
You know, he needs his girl. He needs Code 3 permission.
Code 3 ain't letting him out.
No, he has to get her permission to come out. You know, and Teeter, I don't know where he's at. And Speedy probably just getting through the buffet line right now.
Speedy said he was gonna come, but I don't think he's gonna make it.
Oh, did he say he was gonna come?
He said he was gonna come, but I don't think he's gonna make it.
You know what? This would be a perfect time. See, they don't think because, like you told me earlier, they've been asking for us.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, this is a perfect time for us to come and do it.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm gonna see if I can get them tomorrow night to come and do it.
Yeah, it's good. I have a slot open for him. I told him I was gonna leave one open for him just in case.
What time? What would be a great time to come?
The perfect time to come would be. Don't come Monday.
Because I don't see a line of people, a plethora of people trying to get in here now.
Yeah, it's a little late now.
Oh, so have you been busy throughout the day?
Busy. Like one after the other.
Notable.
Thank God a couple of them like canceled, like somebody had a family emergency and couldn't make it. But it was perfect timing to give me breaks because since 8 a.m. to midnight.
Any notable interviews?
You know, all of them were notable in their own ways, but maybe not.
Famous?
Yeah. Well, like one of them, a Grammy Award winner.
Oh, okay.
Still not. It was my first time still hearing of her, even though she had those accolades.
Now, and this is around the world, right?
Right.
So now, how many countries actually picking this up?
I'll be able to tell more specifically once the stream ends. But it's been crazy. Like it's
And a lot of people have been watching it.
Yeah.
In the chat room, you're getting a lot of comments.
The comments aren't as fire as in a man's world, no, but definitely. If you as a whole, because we're streaming to so many different places, as a whole, yeah, we're doing well. They're keeping track. I can tell that there's a couple of people that are hanging around just to see if I'm sleeping or if they can catch me sleeping, or
those.
like they've even suggested that sometimes when I'm just here playing the music and vibing to the music, that it's a video.
You're napping.
It's not really me that I'm sleeping. That's a video. But I guarantee you, I got witnesses here that. We'll tell you.
I don't see nobody in here. No, my man was in here. You put him out of here. Who? And the gentleman.
Zay. Yeah, that's 𝐤 𝐅𝐸. He's an artist. He's dope.
Is he a rapper?
Music. Yeah, rapper, singer.
Has he been performing?
Not performing, but I've been playing his music and talking to
cool.
him about his music.
D been asking you a bunch of bullshit questions.
Bunch of bullshit.
Like when
questions.
you started. And all
I
that.
was just about to start asking you some of them bullshit questions.
Okay, go ahead, man.
So when did you start doing comedy? Is that what you do, or do you just talk shit? Because
that's what comedy is, talking shit.
Okay.
Yeah, no. I came out my mama's womb talking shit.
Talking shit.
Yeah. So I started in '86 in Chicago.
Okay. And how did you meet your co-stars of In a Man's World?
When I came out here, I moved out here in '87. And then...
God damn.
Yeah, it's been a long time. 37 years now.
Okay.
And I actually met Robin Harris first. I met him first. And then I met Lewis. We was all playing basketball. And he doesn't have any D1, D2, or D3 or intramural skills. He truly doesn't. I mean, he's not athletic at all. So he'll sit there and talk all that shit about me. But when I first came out here and we played, I used to bust all their ass, all of them. So me and Robin, and that's how we hooked up. And I don't know how me and Lewis actually linked up. I don't even know. But it was just like, okay, he seemed like he was a cool person to hang around and be around. Knowledgeable of comedy and all of that. And so, it's been a blessing and honestly a curse being his friend. It has. No, it has,
You can't mean that.
Huh?
No,
it has. No, seriously, I'm just being real. It has.
For real.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a blessing and it's been a curse. I mean, because it's like in the upper part of my career, we hung out a lot. And he would get on stage and I wouldn't. And a lot of people didn't understand why. I knew I was always funny and I always had the confidence.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But my one thing was back then is that I used to hate performing around other comedians.
Gotcha.
I hated that. And that stopped me from getting on stage a lot. Even though he would go up, we'll go someplace together. And I was building and I had the respect because, people were like, oh, you want to go next?
Right.
Or you want to go up? But if it was a lot of comics back then, I wouldn't want to perform in front of them because this is such a judgmental town, And I always thought there's no second chance for first impressions. And I tell a lot of young comics that now because if you go someplace where it's saturated with well-seasoned comics back in the day,
right.
we were all grinding. We were all grinding. And
Everybody was hungry.
Yeah, and it was very competitive. But it was also judgmental. Because, quick story. Shoot. Went to Atlanta with Speedy. And I'm never afraid to admit when I bomb. I had out of a weekend, it was like 6 shows. I had like 5 horrible shows.
Wow, okay.
5 horrible shows. And it got back then, we didn't have the cell phones where you could videotape and all of that. So you had to go through word of mouth and it spread rapidly like wildfire once I got back to LA.
Right.
Everybody was like, oh, I heard you bombed in Atlanta. heard you bomb bad. It only came from one source. But I wasn't mad, though, because I had to live my truth, you know?
Right.
And that kind of hinders you because other comics be like, oh, well, he bombed. He bombed it. You know, he's good here in L.A., but once he stepped outside of L.A., you know, he couldn't hold his own.
Right.
You know, which wasn't true. It was just that it was so much going on at that time.
Right.
I wasn't focused.
Well, so what happens? Like, what makes a show? Is it the material or is it the audience? What makes a show bad?
It's a combination of a lot of things.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's the energy that you know, I'm an energetic person. So when I come up, I have a lot of energy.
Right.
And through my walk and approaching the stage, if I don't feel that connection with the audience, it kind of throws me off.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's some, and it's the intro as well. I mean, you can get by the intro, and it's not making up excuses, but when you walk up, if you don't feel that connection with the audience, you're like, oh, shit, you know. So I know I got to work.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with that, man.
Right.
You know? So being out here and just pursuing it, I mean, it's been, you know, like I say, in a man's world, it's been a blessing.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah, I tried my first 5 minutes and I decided
It wasn't for you?
Not that it wasn't for me, is that I gotta really want it. It's just like everything you do, you gotta really want it, and I didn't really want it.
Yeah.
So I wasn't gonna waste my time trying to, you know, chase it.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
what it is
and then
for
the
me.
thing is, what I hated about it back in the day was that, I mean, like I said, it was very competitive.
Mm-hmm.
But then also, we helped each other out with material.
Right.
You know, we didn't steal. You had to write your own, and you were known for your material because people will look for you, and they'll say, oh, yeah, you're funny. I like that bit. So you was known, and you was building up a name and a brand for certain bits.
Right.
And that was a good thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So in spite of that, it's just like, oh, okay, cool. And we grind every night. That was the beauty of it, is that we had a stage to get on every single night, Sunday through Saturday. There was a stage to get on to.
Right.
Through the weekdays, used to hustle. There was at least 3 or 4 stages that you could hit. So from Long Beach to East LA to mid city, Wilshire, Los Angeles, South Central. There were so many places that you could go back then.
Right.
You know, I don't see that now. But I mean, I went to something last Saturday, and it's amazing. From the 37 years that I've been doing this woman, she started in West Hollywood last Saturday at 3 p.m. and she was over at 2 a.m. And she was proud of herself because she posted it. She put 100 comedians up. 100 comedians. Imagine that.
100 comedians.
100 comedians.
God damn.
Yeah, and it just made me look back and reflect. It's like, fuck. Everybody and their mama now is doing comedy.
Right.
Everyone is doing comedy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how do you find 100 comedians in the same area?
No, everyone's doing comedy. And this woman puts on shows every single night. Every single night she puts on a show. She's somewhere throughout Los Angeles putting on shows. And when you look at her flyer, it's different comedians.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I rarely come across, when I look at her page or something, if I see the same person or if I see a headliner that I know and all of that.
She does comedy as well? Or
Yeah, she does
just,
comedy.
Okay.
Yeah. But it was just amazing just sitting in there. I sat in there for like 5.5, 6 hours, and I just listened. And I just, like, some of them were funny, some of them wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just amazing just sitting there like, fuck, everybody's doing fucking comedy now.
Right.
Everybody. And I think the pandemic, it like really bust open for everyone, you know, because no one had nothing to do.
Right.
And I feel that during the pandemic, we missed the opportunity in a man's world. We really missed an opportunity, to be honest with you.
What opportunity?
Because I think right before the pandemic, when we started, because I joined I think they started in 2015, and I came aboard in 2016. And it was just, and I was invited through the invitation through Lewis and TDP. And we were a 3-man team once I came. So 2016, we were building up. We had viewers because I remember I used to look at the numbers. So we had viewers watching it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Up into the pandemic. And then once the pandemic came and it shut down everything, I think we became complacent and we got lazy. That's just my viewpoint, my opinion from looking at it.
For In a Man's World.
Yeah, from us, because that's the time that we really should have been, we should have been hitting them because we could have did it every day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
From our homes.
Right.
We could have just had the Zoom and all that. I don't know what it would have, the technology and all of that, or how it would have been possible. But,
Definitely would have been possible.
Yeah, because we could at least made the attempt, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I think we messed up. And I think that's when the floodgates opened up for podcasts because everyone was in their homes at that time. Everyone. Right. So they had nothing else to do. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
That's true. And I think that's when social media and Instagram and TikTok and all that, that's when it really blew up. Like Country Wayne and all of them.
Right.
Desi Banks, they really blew up and they took advantage of it. And it's just like, oh, okay, cool. They became content creators and it was cool. And now they're doing stand-up now. I mean, and they...
Yeah, but it's not, for most part, it's not going good for them though, right?
No, it is.
It is?
Man, they're torn.
Okay.
They selling out.
Okay.
And I look at a lot of these skits and I'm like, oh, this shit is funny. And it's like they're kind of like doing Seinfeld-esque. Back in the day, like how Jerry Seinfeld show was.
Right.
When he would, him and Larry David, you would think of a subject or you would think of something.
Right.
And then they would just reenact it.
Got you.
And that's how Seinfeld became a hit.
Right.
Because they're like...
Just reenacting his stand-ups.
Yeah. I mean, even a situation.
Right.
Like they'll talk about something, they're like, and then they'll make that into like they made that into an episode on that sitcom. Mm-hmm. And I think nowadays that one comedian who really does this is Mojo Brooks. He's great.
I've never heard
of. He's out of Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his skits are hilarious.
Okay.
I haven't seen his stand-up, but from his skits are absolutely hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Is he doing stand-up?
Yes.
Because a lot of them don't make that transition.
No, he's doing it. Yeah, he's on that We the One tour. Sick. With Mike Epps.
Sick, okay.
And the much love and respect to Mike Epps because he's rebranded himself. Mm-hmm. He's surrounded, as funny and talented as he is, he's surrounded himself with younger comedians that's up and coming. And the ones that have the views and the likes who haven't been able to hone their skills, but he's giving them the opportunity because now it's like you can see where Mike Epps' stand-up has taken him. So now I'm touring with him. So now I have the opportunity to hone my skills every night.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, so mad love and respect, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We should have been started In a Man's World comedy tour.
Yeah, hell yeah.
We could, it's just, But my idea is when they brought up, they shot down, they feel like they're stupid.
Promoting it and promoting the show during that tour would be sick.
Oh man, and we don't have to start off. We can start off like the Kings of Comedy.
You could even do stuff like maybe not as exactly. What's those guys? The Freeway 69 or Highway 69 or whatever.
No, it's this one comic. He used to be affiliated with Morris Media. Mike Robertson.
Oh yeah, Mike Robertson. He was just here. You just missed him.
Oh, he was.
Yeah.
Now and Mike. I loved him. Mike put together a one-man tour.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. And he's traveling across the country and he's doing small venues.
I should have talked to him about that. Yeah. I didn't know he was doing it.
Yeah, and that's how it starts. Mm-hmm. I want to meet with him and sit down because that's what I want to do. Mm-hmm. I want to take it out and like he does like small.
I think he was two guests ago. He was just here.
Yeah.
He was literally just here, like maybe 11 o'clock, I think is.
Yeah, and much respect to him because he's putting that work in. He just got back from Atlanta. He did Detroit, and he has some other dates. I think he's gonna be in Chicago. Look at you, fucking up already. You falling asleep already.
I am.
Look at you.
No, that was tomorrow I was looking at. Today he was here at. No, it is right there. Right? Yeah, he was here at 10 today.
Oh, he was here at 10 o'clock?
Him and Melrose did a conversation?
My little nephew, Melrose, another funny motherfucker.
Yeah,
Yo.
both of them is fucking
That motherfucker.
hilarious.
I mean, it's some beasts out there, and Mike Robertson's one. Melrose is a beast
for sure.
I mean, he just needs that opportunity. I mean, he just when he comes on stage, he brings it.
Yeah.
Another one of my homies who don't get a lot of love, who's an absolute beast. He's like my brother in comedy. It's Keith Morris. Keith Look Around Morris.
Keith Morris, yeah.
Yeah, that motherfucker, he would destroy every time he goes up. I mean, destroy.
He gets a lot of gigs though, right?
No.
No.
A lot of motherfuckers don't fuck with him though.
I've seen him doing stuff just not as often, maybe, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, and that motherfucker, he brings it.
Right.
I mean, he brings it. I mean, you talking about somebody that come up from the intro when he hit the stage to the time he completes it. I mean, he crushes it. He destroys it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So what's your process with with doing comedy or writing a set or coming up with your comedy? What's your process?
I mean, well, I wake up and I go to bed thinking comedy.
Okay.
I do. I mean, it's so much, my mind never stops.
Okay.
I mean, my best supporter and my biggest fan is myself. Because at night, like at this time of night, I'm walking around the house in my boxers, in my footies, and I'm doing like 3.5 hours, 4 hours in front of my mirror.
Right.
And I'm just like practicing, my intros and all of that. So, and it's just what I just write and what I think about. And if I can make myself crack up, that's the whole key to it. Mm-hmm. Like, how do you transpire this to the stage?
Gotcha.
Transcript this to the stage.
Got you.
So yeah, so I think comedy 24/7.
Do you write comedy down? Like, do you write your
my notes,
your jokes,
premises, all of that? Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And you work on it over time.
No, I mean, I try to throw something, 1 or 2 new bits in each time I go on stage. Mm-hmm. See, I'm not that comic that's afraid to bomb. I mean, because that's only gonna make you better. And the way I've lasted so long in this industry, at this tier that I'm at this level that I'm at, I know I can hold my own when I get on stage.
Right.
I know with the material that I have, if I have access every night to get on stage, I know I can headline and I know I can become one of those beasts.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because of just the material.
Right.
And it's so different from what everybody else is doing and thinking.
Yeah. And then, so like comedy for you, then, since you've been doing it so long, is there any other job that you've had over the time, or has comedy been funding the lifestyle?
No. It's, you can't make a living off of here, and especially in Los Angeles.
Right.
Off of $20, $35?
Right.
No. $50 a show, $100?
Right.
And then you traveling back and forth. I mean, it'll help, it contribute to the bills.
Right.
No, but I was fortunate enough, I got into the TV industry. Mm-hmm. So I was fortunate enough to get into that. And I became a stage manager.
Right.
And then I worked my way up to second AD.
But it's still in the industry, though. You're still working some
No,
way?
I'm still, I was in the industry for like 20 years.
Okay.
So I'm kind of like semi-retired.
Okay.
If a job comes along and it's like, cool, I'll do it.
Right. Gotcha.
I don't have a problem with that. But I mean, my whole attitude has always been like, me being from Chicago. And that's the one thing that Lewis always says about me is that I stand 10 toes down. Mm-hmm. I'm that individual that, it's you just can't come and talk to me any kind of way.
Right.
It ain't always about the money for me because, I was raised and born all money ain't good money.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Sometimes you got to bypass the money to keep your integrity. Mm-hmm. Because once you allow a person to talk to you, and in this industry, I found out they will challenge you. And they will, put you on Front Street, as they say.
Right.
And if you sit there and you take it and you don't say nothing, then they got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm not that person. I mean, even though now, when people call me for jobs, it's funny. Because the first thing that come out their mouth, It's like, hey man, do me a favor, man. You know, when you go, man, leave Malcolm X at home.
Just be chill.
Yeah, don't. Yeah,
chill.
come on, man. You know, leave Malcolm X at home.
Right.
You know, and that's the one thing. You know, the discrepancy. You know, I always have, or the difference that I always have with LD Louis Dix, is that he's always echoed and always said it's their game. You know, you got to play their game.
Right.
And, you know, and I respect that, you know, but I'm like, you know, no, we don't have to play their game. We don't. Let's change the game, you know?
Right.
If we stick together, you know, you could demand change, you know, but it's always that one that's like, I remember watching videos back in the day, and Uncle Luke said something when he had a show on cable one night. You know, he used to have a weekly series before everybody was doing it. And, you know, you remember his videos?
Not from the weekly series, but I definitely remember.
Yeah, but you remember his videos when he had the scantily dressed women and all of that, and they was doing all the twerking and all that.
Yeah,
and I remember there was this gorgeous girl, and he really wanted her in the video. But, you know, she was like, you know, my parents are watching, you know, I'm a child of God and I just can't do it. And he's like, I totally respect that. And he's like, let me show you nothing. Just because you won't do it. And he went outside his studio and he opened the door. And there were literally about 1,000 women that were lined up.
Do it.
And he said, because you won't do it, I respect. He said, but look down there. He said, they going to do it.
All right.
So you're always going to have that one person that be like, you know, fuck that, I'll do it.
Right. Fuck
You know what I'm
it.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'll do it.
Yeah, and it goes against everything that you're trying to establish, and you're trying to, you know, you mean, you know, like, okay, we're gonna hold the line for this, but it's like, no. Even though you can, you know, relate it to sports.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even when the NFL back in the days in the '90s when they went on strike, you know, Lawrence Taylor was like, no, fuck that. I got a family to feed.
Right.
You know, so we need to play. You know, and I always base my comedy. I have a sports mentality when it comes to my comedy. You know, because you try to have as many good shows and you try to be as best as you can every time you go on stage. But some nights you just go up, you ain't going to hit that 3. You know what I'm saying? You just not.
Just going to miss it.
Yeah, you know, in baseball, you ain't going to hit that home run.
I think I saw a quote from Michael Jordan that said, everybody thinks about the times I hit those winning shots, but they never think about the
times I missed.
He gave like specific numbers, and it was crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy numbers that you think about the time that he missed the winning shot.
I'm looking at, like, one of my favorite sports is baseball. You know, and all teams, they go through they go through whatever they go through. They go through it. Right. Like right now, this season, the Colorado Rockies are going through it, and they used to be a hell of a baseball team. You know what I'm saying? Had all the talent in the world. 50 games so far since the season started. And you know what their record is?
It's
8-42.
Yeah, I know it's low.
Yes. So think of how that locker room is.
Right.
Like, I want to get the fuck out of here.
Shoot out.
Yeah. I mean, even going to bat, you just like, you know, but you still got to go out every night and give it your all.
Right.
You know, and you striking out. You know?
Right. Yep. Yeah.
What else you got for me, D?
Man, shit, that's how we do it around here. We just freestyling and chit-chatting, man. Tell me more about life and what you got coming next. What's the goal that you got set for yourself for the next
Like I said, I mean, even Thursday, people, you know, what's interesting is I love the comments in the room. You know? I appreciate them because it makes you a better person. Right. You know, but they have to realize, you know, is this a character that he's playing on the internet? It's just somebody that he's just doing, you know, because you have to have this conflict of interest. So is this the person that's always going against the grain? You know, you get 2 hours of me, and then a lot of people are so judgmental. Right. You know, they're like, he don't do that.
They know you because they see you every Thursday.
Every week, yeah, and for 2 hours. Right. So, and you know, and it's heavily influenced by Louis. You know, and I always tell him, I'm like, yo, yeah, chill with that sometimes. Right. You know, but it's cool. I mean, I'm just happy at 63 to wake up breathing and healthy every morning. Yeah, for sure. My posture is good. And I tell people, even when I'm on stage, you know, 60 is a hard number to get to. When you look at it realistically, 60 is a hard number to get to.
All day long.
I mean, look at the great ones. Give me a second here. Look at the great ones who didn't make it. Teddy, he didn't make it. He was 59. Luther was 57. Whitney, 45. Bernie Mac, 50. Michael Jackson, 50. Prince, 57. Sam Cooke, 32. Marvin Gaye, 45. I mean, just look at the great ones that Barry White. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's the great ones didn't make it. You know, and I tell people like 60 is a hard fucking number to get to. You know, it just, you know, I don't want with the YNs now they call them. You know what the YNs?
Yeah, I
the
do.
YNs now. You know, you earn their respect now.
Right.
Because I done went from, you know, boss to big homie to OG to double OG
Right.
to Unc, and now with this and all up here, now the motherfuckers is referencing me as grandpa.
That's crazy.
So when they come like, what's up, grandpa? You know, I like the look, man. I'm like, hey, but I'll take it though.
Right.
I'm not offended by it. I'll take it though.
Right.
And they look at me like, hey man, I'm trying to get like you, man. Look at
Yeah.
you. Because I get my, you know, my steps in every day. And people be joking with me about that. I really wasn't doing 25,000 steps. Come on, man. You know, come on, man. I average on, you know, between 10 and 12,000 steps a day. And I got my weights when I'm out there walking.
Right.
You know. So I'm trying to stay healthy.
You got to stay healthy.
You know.
And that no matter what age you at, it's,
No, some
should
people
be a
don't.
goal to be healthy.
No.
I need to more. I know I be slacking.
You got a skateboard. You should be all over the city.
Yeah, I do, but I don't be all over the city.
You be here for 80 hours.
Exactly. I be sitting right here for 80 hours. Nah, I'm much more active than I mean, I should be much more active, but I am much more active than the average person my age.
And y'all don't have. And how long you been married now?
Shit. God damn it! Like
You need to go
8
wake her up
years.
and ask
Yeah,
her?
exactly. I'm gonna wake her up. About 8 years.
8
but
years?
we've known each other since 2012.
So and no kids.
No kids.
Y'all don't want kids?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, we
You want them type parents? And you
We
like,
good.
Yeah, y'all good on that, huh?
We good. 2025 is crazy. We'll adopt if we want to.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Hilarious. All right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
So now this is where we at now, man. So I mean, I'm proud of you, man, that you're doing it. Now, how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this internet radio stuff since 2002, 2003. I started doing the broadcasting, and then I had been to school for it, so it was one of the things that I had learned, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this, and it's gonna fund my movies and all of that. So I kind of started doing it, and then got hooked to doing it, and I just love doing it.
Now, what year is this of? You said Thursday night. What year is this of the 80 hours?
So I don't do this every year. In fact, I haven't done it in 6 years.
Really?
The last time I did it was 6 years ago. Yeah,
And that was
in
before the pandemic, right?
Yeah, I was in the Netherlands. I was living in the Netherlands, and I was promoting my radio station, so I did it there.
I remember.
And,
I remember your sister was saying that you was getting ready to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I got the job and moved out here and just brought all the radio station stuff with me back here. But that's actually, I told you this story through In a Man's World, but that's how we met, from doing that radio stuff.
Yeah.
So that was in 2012, but I had already been doing it for about 10 years at that point.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And now you here.
And now I'm here
And
doing it again. This will probably be the last time, man.
Why?
I've done it because, man, it's maybe not the last time that I do it. It'll be the last time that I do it myself. There'll be other people who take over for me, because I've done it. This is the 6th or 7th time that I've done it, and
By yourself?
Yeah, and it's rough, man. It's rough this time. I'm actually struggling at this moment. I'm just much more tired than I remember myself being at this point when I did it before.
Well, you've been up, what you said, 40 straight hours.
Mm-hmm.
So now does your wife come in? Does she take over?
No, nobody. I do it all. I got 40 hours to go.
And you have to man the board.
Man the board.
So you got to take a nap at some point.
I take power naps. I don't really get to where I can lay down and sleep, but I might like when a DJ is going or something like that, or sometimes the well, I haven't been able to yet. But there's times where I have coming up where I'll be like my movie. I'll be playing my movie tonight, and I'll probably get a 30 minute.
What movie is
power
that?
Nap. It's called Meal Ticket. It's about 3 guys who live in LA and win the lottery, and they have to travel to Sacramento to cash in the lottery ticket.
Now, is that your movie?
Yeah, I filmed it. I edited it. I did.
You directed it?
Directed it.
Did you star in
paid
it?
for it. I didn't star in it, but I did play a small role.
Who are your main characters?
I hired 3 actors and flew them out here, or 2 of them I flew out. One was from the Bay Area, drove up here.
Now, when did you shoot this?
And right when the pandemic hit, I was working from home. They sent us home. We used to work in Santa Monica, but they sent us home to work from home because of the pandemic. So while I was working at home, I was using that money to fund and film the project. So I'd literally be working at my desk at home, and then would yell action for them to start filming.
So they were shooting outside though, right?
No, they were shooting in the house actually, because a lot of the scenes are like them just like chilling at home before they won the lottery.
Okay.
And then most of the stuff after they won the lottery were in cars.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah.
And you gonna show that tonight?
Yep.
Now, if I go home and I want to just tune in, what do I have to do? How do I
go to www.radiofortheworld.com, or you can go to Facebook and then search Radio for the World, or you can check my personal page, and then also on YouTube, Radio for the World.
Okay.
Just search hashtag Radio for the World, you'll find it.
And this is where you will see it at. It's
Yep.
streaming for another 40 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and then anytime you tune in, anytime, and you can also leave messages wherever you're at. If you're on the main website, there's a chat there. You can leave messages.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I want you to get some rest, man.
I wish I could. I got
Your
time.
man over here, he went to sleep.
He's out.
Yeah, he done.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah, it's a wrap for him. You got anybody now? How does your morning schedule look like?
So at 8 a.m. I got somebody coming in. 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 12 noon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A break at 10 p.m. So from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. I got people coming in, and let's see. 2 of them one is the first 2 are in the studio. Mm-hmm. 10 and 11 will be over a Zoom call. And then
any notable big time names?
𝐸 Madelon and 𝐸 are 2 people out of the Netherlands that I haven't met before. They're not friends of mine, but so when I was working on the movie that I was telling you about, when I was getting music for it, one of the artists or the producers that was getting music, he reached out to an artist named Madelon to do some work, and then we ended up not using the music that she made. Okay. But we kept in touch, and then when I did this, I was like, "Hey, do you want to promote?" She was like, "Yeah, I would love to promote." Also, my boyfriend is
not your boyfriend, her boyfriend.
Her boyfriend, exactly.
Okay, you sleepy.
Did I say it a little too fast? Let me make it clear.
Yeah, you sleepy.
Her boyfriend is a award-winning artist. So that should be a big one. That's going to be a big one for sure.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And they coming up and they doing it at 10?
Yeah. At 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. in the morning, but it's for them. It's going to be 7 p.m. So it's evening.
Now, how far behind are we from the Netherlands?
9 hours. We're 9 hours behind.
So right now it's almost 11 o'clock there.
No, it would be 1 o'clock there.
It's 1 o'clock.
1 p.m. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Now, how's the weather over there?
It's kind of.
When you go now, how's the weather? Is it raining?
It's raining a lot. Yeah.
It rains a lot.
It rains a lot. Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah. It's cold and rainy.
Even though do they have summer months?
Yeah, they have summer months, and during those 3 months, it does get hot, but not all the time. It'll still rain.
Really?
Yep.
Do they have a nice nightlife over there?
Yeah, and that's nightlife is crazy.
Really?
Their clubs don't close until 7 a.m.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nightlife is fun. Women are beautiful. Everything's nice.
Are black people accepted over there?
They're actually black people are there. They're like
Really? They live there?
There's Dutch black people, but
Okay.
the problem is they're not. I mean, not problem, but the difference is they're not niggerish. They're like Africans or you know.
They're black people. It ain't no niggas over there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
exactly
a good
how
thing.
I describe it.
Yeah, ain't no niggas over there.
no
You can
niggas
say it.
over
Ain't no
there.
niggas over there.
Ain't no
Because
niggas over there.
because once
There's black people.
once niggas get over there, they gonna fuck it up. You'd be like, don't come over here. There's too many niggas over here.
It's funny because they got gangs out there now, or I guess they've had gangs out there for a while. But it's so funny because they're trying to prove themselves as hard, but
Yeah.
or like, but you don't got no problem. Like the police don't abuse y'all over there. They don't.
And y'all got wooden shoes. Come on.
Exactly.
But I heard Dutch women love black men.
Yeah, for the most part, it's
Yeah.
true. I think now it's probably much more true.
Yeah,
But
I have a friend.
It
who's
was
married to one.
confusing. It was. I think black men are confusing to Dutch women.
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, as we
They're
should
like,
be.
They're like intrigued by it. You know, what
Like,
I mean?
who's the big black man? The big black no.
But my wife is she's different from the average
Dutch person.
Dutch person. Yeah, my wife is American. She's Americanized from afar. Like she's not really Americanized.
But she's westernized now.
Westernized, yeah.
Yeah, so
From afar though, like
look at
she's
you.
on
Got
the
you.
outside looking in.
You can say that now.
Right.
You know. All right, D.
Yo, I appreciate you, man.
I'ma
for
try
showing me
to,
some love during the 80 hours.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get some. Whoever I can get tomorrow night.
Right.
About
yeah.
this time.
Yeah, shit. Even earlier is good, but anytime I'm here. So,
Hey, man.
anytime after 11 for sure.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah, but if you even 10 might be open too.
Hey, man.
But anything after 11 tomorrow night is good.
This is booty call hours.
Yeah,
This is when you
exactly.
wake them up. You know, I remember you used to do that back in the day. Lewis
Dixon.
Nah, he need code 3 permission. I'm gonna see if Teeter wants to come
Teeter
out.
should come, yeah, for
And
sure.
see
He'll
if
like
Speedy
it.
wanna come.
Speedy and Teeter should come.
And what's the
like it for sure.
background? What is this? Because I'm
just
sitting in the middle of
playing
traffic.
random stuff. Yeah, I just got random stuff.
You got me
going
sitting
in the background.
in the medium in
People
traffic.
driving by, listening,
Yeah.
stopping, listening.
Like, hey,
Yeah.
who's the black guy?
Big two. There you go. Put you in a little LA traffic.
You ain't got no Chicago?
Chicago, no, but I can have it for you if you come tomorrow. I'll have some Chicago for you.
Have some Chicago for me.
I will.
I'll be here tomorrow.
I will.
Hey
I'll see you
guys,
tomorrow.
stay up. Jeff Arnold
You got
represent.
you want to give your social
world.
medias? You got social? Do you even use social media?
I'm starting to now.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram at Arnold Comedian. One word, Arnold Comedian.
Nice.
So-
no underscores. Make it real easy for them
Yeah.
to find it. It's
Yes.
smart.
Yep. So it's just that. So
All right, man. I appreciate you. I really do.
anytime for you, big guy.
I
Anytime.
appreciate it.
All right, my man. I'll
right.
see you later on.
All right, everybody, keep it locked right here on Radio for the World. We are the first radio station to broadcast live audio and video to Facebook at facebook.com/Radio for the World. Also, be sure to check out our main website, radiofortheworld.com. That's www.radiofortheworld.com.
And that's Deon, the skateboarder.
The skateboarder.
He got his headline up there, the skateboarder, Deon, the director.
Yeah.
I got it. All right, money.
All right, man. Peace.